The goal of this two-player game is to design a dance performance which outperforms the dance of your opponent by receiving the highest score from the jury. You do this by putting your dance moves at the right place while also taking the jury's preferences into account. Last but not least, you have a secretly chosen specialty to help you boost your score. The game consists of 7 jury members of each type, 15 specialty cards and 27 move cards. Each jury member has a unique text which tells you what you have to do to get their bonus points. Each specialty card has a text which can give you special actions during the draft or design phase, or gives you bonus points at the end of the game if you meet their specific requirements. A move card has a few icons. The heart icon stands for stamina. Next to it is the color of the move. In the center, you see the point value you get for using the move in your performance. Next to it, you see a little arrow. This is the preferred position of the move. So this move likes to be at the right side of your performance. Moves can be placed left, middle or right in your performance. Note that multiple moves can be placed in the middle, but only one on the left and right. If a move card is placed at its preferred position, you get the bonus printed in small below it. On the right you see a star. This star stands for technique. Split the jury members into 3 piles of each type and shuffle them. Then put 1 jury member from each pile face up on the table. Make sure that you can read jury behind the text boxes. After selecting your jury, shuffle the specialty cards, and then you and your opponent each take 5 cards, look at them carefully and pick one of the specialties you like. You keep your specialty card secret from your opponent and put it face down on the table. Finally, shuffle the move cards and put the top 3 cards aside without looking at them. These cards are removed from the game. Put 3 cards face up on the table next to each other. These are the 3 draft piles. The first player picks one of the piles and takes all the cards in them. In this case, I choose this pile and take all the cards, which turns out to be just 1 card. After that, you refill each of the draft piles with 1 card. Now your opponent may choose a pile and take all the cards in the pile. Let's assume this is the pile my opponent takes. After doing so, we again refill each pile, including the empty pile. This goes on until all move cards have been drafted. Please note that you keep the cards you have drafted face up on the table. You do not take them into your hand as is custom in other card games. During the design phase, you and your opponent have your drafted cards face up in front of you. The goal is to choose and place some of these cards into a performance which scores as many points as possible. Your performance needs to meet 2 specific requirements. The first requirement is to make sure that you have exactly 10 technique in total. Not more, not less. The jury wants to see precisely 10 technique being used. The second requirement is to make sure you have 10 stamina or less in your performance. Here is an example of a performance which is valid. 5 plus 2 plus 3 stars in total means 10 technique, so the jury is happy. 3, 2 and 4 is 9 hearts or stamina in total, so the jury is happy for the second condition as well. Now an example of an invalid performance. The total of the technique right now is 11, so unfortunately this is incorrect. This is an invalid performance. Now we are going to calculate the score of your performance and compare it to that of your opponent. First, reveal your specialty if you have not done so already. If the card mentions receiving bonus points, write these down. These will be added to your total score. Perfection gives me 2 points bonus. Next, we add all the point values of the moves in your performance. In this case, 9 plus 3 is 12, 14, 22 points in total. Then add any position bonus points for moves which are placed at their preferred positions. In this case, 2 plus 1, nothing because this one is at the wrong position, and 2, so 5 points bonus. Finally, calculate the jury bonuses you receive for each jury member. Let's look at Clara Moore. She says that each move that costs 4 hearts or more grants 2 bonus. In this case, I have one move which meets this requirement, so I get 2 points from Clara. Anton gives me 1 point for each red move, so having one red move, I get 1 point from Anton. Finally, Evan Stevens gives me 3 points bonus if every move is at its position, but unfortunately, this one is at the wrong position, so Evan is giving me no bonus. The total of your specialty bonus, move points, position bonuses and jury bonus will be your final score. So in total 32 points. Compare this to the score of your opponent. The highest score wins. In case of a tie, the player with the highest stamina used in the performance wins. If those are tied as well, the player with the highest amount of moves wins. If still tied, the player with the highest jury bonus wins the game.